Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks so much for being here tonight. Whether you're on live or on the replay, my name is Ryan Joy. I'm a travel agent with Creating Magic Vacations. And I hope you liked the Galapagos video. A lot of times when we start webinars, we're waiting for people to join because they join right at 6 o'clock. So I was like, let me throw a video up there. Sorry, there's no sound. I will play it again at the end for people that came in halfway through, wanted to see it, or now if you're intrigued and want to know what it sounds like, I guess I will play that again at the end. But that's not why we're here tonight. Tonight we're here to talk about Greece. And I am so excited about Greece for many reasons. I have done the Western Med a couple of times now, and I love those cities like Barcelona and Nice and the West Coast Italian cities like Rome. But I am really pumped to be talking about the Eastern Med and talking about Greece. That's why I got my blue and white on. I've got the little blue and white flower here on my thing. So I am excited because Greece is unlike any other place on Earth. It has unique cuisine, it has ancient history and artifacts, it has culture, and it has all of that with some of the top-rated beaches in the world. Black sand, beautiful clear blue waters. You can even find like risque beaches if that's what your jam is. So everything is there for you in Greece if that's what you're up for. Um, so like if you're sitting there and you're trying to figure out what your next vacation is and
Oh God, back
you
to you
and
in a
your
second. Coming
spouse
home.
can't
What
come
time?
to an agreement, well, Greece has pretty much everything. Now, as for the cruise line, if you know me, you know I'm very careful about my reputation. I only choose and recommend cruise lines that are well known for providing me and my clients with a superb guest experience. And that's why I keep going back to Celebrity for the Caribbean, for Alaska, and for the best of Greece. I love me some Cafe Al Baccio. That's the coffee shop on board. I get pistachio latte there. I don't even like coffee, but I get that. I also don't like martinis, but when I go to Celebrity's Martini Bar, I'm getting a Bananas Foster martini, and that is great. The dining is so good that I always tell people to really consider whether or not they even need specialty dining, which those are great too, but the normal is amazing. So, I always kind of give people that to consider. They got great entertainment. They've got the coolest day ever, super comfortable staterooms, and everything just feels a bit elevated. At Celebrity, they say nothing comes close to Celebrity, and I think based on some of the stuff I've talked about, there's something to that. Now, for tonight, I have a couple of housekeeping things, and I'm super happy you're all here live. Try to keep your mic muted. We will do some Q&A at the end, and you can kind of come off mute, but just so you don't interrupt the flow of the presenting, feel free to type questions into the chat box. We'll grab them in real time or circle back to them at the end when we do that live Q&A. I will have a replay of this available, and it'll be posted tonight. So look for my follow-up email with the link. So with that, that's kind of my little intro. I'm going to turn things over to Alex Frady from Celebrity, and he's going to do a complete deep dive on the entire trip. He's going to talk about the ship in detail, and he's going to talk about the destination with all of the different islands and everything that we'll be going to in the best of Greece. And then as we get towards the back end of it, we'll bring up the pricing and talk about all of that, and go from there. So Alex, take it away.
All right, wonderful. And thank you so much, Ryan. And hello, everybody. And thank you for spending a little bit of time this evening with Celebrity and, of course, with Ryan. So, as Ryan said, I am Alex. I'm actually a field sales manager here with Celebrity. And I've actually been now with Celebrity for 10 glorious years. And then before that, I actually did 7 years as a crew member on board Royal Caribbean. So, quite a number of years in my sea legs here. But when it comes to celebrity, and of course, I have to touch on it because we're talking about Greece. Y'all know we were actually created in Greece. Our brand, our entire brand, originated in Greece. Before we were named Celebrity, we were actually called Chandris Cruises. And in Greek, the letter that has the C sound is the chi, which is an X. And so our logo is literally the Greek letter X, the chi from Greece. So when Celebrity is taking our guests into Greece, we're literally bringing you back into our backyard there. So there's a little useless trivia or whatnot. Our insight within our logo is the Greek letter chi. So tonight, of course, we will be touching on the beautiful Celebrity Infinity that you'll be sailing on, and then, of course, diving deep into the beautiful destinations that she'll be going into, and then great offers. And then Ryan mentioned the pricing he'll go over there at the end. So when it comes to Celebrity Infinity, this is the second ship that came out within Millennium series. So she did come out at about around the year 2000 and 2001. These ships are a little bit smaller than, say, our newer ones like Edge series, like my backdrop is here. So with Infinity here, we'll look at some little facts and figures here, so to get you oriented to the size and the scope of this beautiful ship. Of course, you can see the iconic X is on that funnel stack, of course, like all of our celebrity ships are. So the size of the ship, as I mentioned, 2,100 guests that are on there with a crew of a little over 1,000. So it's literally two guests to one crew on these beautiful ships. And that is part of our secret recipe on how we can personalize and really give all of you the fabulous attention that you love to receive there on Celebrity. 11 decks total from the bottom down, from the water level up to the top guest facing deck. It's up there, 11 decks. And then the weight, if you're interested in the tonnage there, is right about 91,000 in tons. Okay. To put this size into perspective into our newer ships like Edge series and Solstice series, those ships are around 3,000 guests. So this is about a third less smaller than what we have in our newer ships. So, Affinity, she did have a last revitalization back in January of 24. So about 2 years ago that she had on there. Okay. So taking you around this beautiful ship, we're going to start off with one of my favorite areas, and of course, the top deck. So this gives you a look starting in the forward, going towards the back. We have an indoor pool and an outdoor pool on these beautiful ships. The indoor pool, fun fact, it's not just regular pool water, it is a thalassotherapy mineral infused pool water. Fancy word meaning it's healthy pool. Okay. Exactly. So you have the indoor pool area, and then on the sides, where it juts out a little bit, you'll see the two ladies there. Um, there's our actual poles that you can actually lay up on, ergonomically designed or whatever. So it's very, very nice and comfortable. And there's all these little bubbles. So it's like a spa hot tub feel without the hot water in there, and it's just all aimed to help you just relax even more. Wonderful glass-topped solarium that is there, so you can enjoy the sun and not feel the heat there also. Now the regular pool area, so just going outside there, there are two pools that are there. Lots of seating areas all around. There is the pool grill. Complimentary burgers and hot dogs are available right there. And then in the very back of the ship, we have what's called the rooftop terrace. Now, the rooftop terrace, there is a movie screen, as you can see, and there's all these comfortable loungers all around the top deck there. And then behind that, you'll see the covered, shaded cabanas, loungers that are there. Everything is complimentary to use there. So if you're sailing away in one of those beautiful islands in Greece, definitely head up to the rooftop terrace, enjoy the views, and since you'll be at the highest perch level up there. And then right underneath the rooftop terrace is the Ocean View Cafe, and there's stairs that access literally from that top deck, from the terrace, down into the Ocean View area. And of course, that's where one of our buffet restaurants are. So if you're wanting to hit the pools during that sailing, because there's a couple sea days on there, definitely enjoy those venues. Now taking a look inside. So the heart of the ship, this is the grand foyer. Beautiful staircase that's going there from deck number 4 down to deck number 3. And all around it's decks 3, deck 4, and deck 5. And all of the lounges are centrally located from this grand foyer area. Guest services, the martini bar, entrance to the casino, a couple specialty restaurants are all literally right there in the grand foyer. Now, entertainment. Lots of wonderful entertainment, of course, is available on every celebrity ship, and of course, Infinity here as well. Here's a great look, the beautiful large theater that is in inside the Infinity there. And if you look closely, you can see that we actually place little tables in between every other seat. So instead of having movie theater style seat, where your cup is in a little round cup holder, we're actually giving you more space to, lay your drink up there as well. So within the shows, every single night we will be offering two different show times. So either 7 and a 9 o'clock show or a 7:30 and a 9:30 show, depending on what the entertainment schedule is. So you'll always have like an earlier and a later show time. And then every night the show will change. Now on Infinity, she does have three different production shows that the singers, the dancers, the aerialists, and the acrobats will be doing. So of course, always check the Celebrity app during your sailing so you know exactly when the show times are and what the shows are and all the activities that are going on. Fun tip with all of the entertainment activities, about 2 weeks before the sailing is when the ship will start to populate them in there. And then on your app, you can see the activity. You can actually click add to calendar. Then the Celebrity app will actually give you a little notification. Hey, you've got the show in 30 minutes. Hey, the show is in 15 minutes. Just so you can keep track of the activities that you really wanted to go to. So as I said, two shows per night, and then it changes every single night there within the theater. Now, Alex's tip, no reservations are required, of course, but Alex's tip is arrive to the shows, at least the production shows, at least 20 to 25 minutes prior. That way, grab that perfect seat that you're always wanting to get, order your cocktail. That cocktail will be delivered already for you. And then, of course, it is then showtime. Now, touching on some of the other lounges that we have on board. One of my favorites there is in the top of the ship, we have what is called the Constellation Lounge. This is up on deck number 11, or sorry, deck number 11, up in the very front. And once you go in, you'll see all of the glass in the entire front of the ship. You'll be able to see down into the helipad area. Wonderful activities take place there. If you are a Captain's Club member, a lot of times they will use that Constellation Lounge for your welcome aboard party, the welcome back party. Most of the Captain's Club events will be taking place in that lounge as well. In the evening, there's sometimes karaoke, live musicians, celebrities, one of the few brands out there that still has a lot of live musicians. So we have live band groups that are out there performing all sorts of different genres of music. And then, of course, the DJs are there as well if you like to stay up really late. All right, now the picture underneath the Constellation Lounge there is the Martini Bar. You did hear Ryan mention that bar earlier. That is the most popular bar for all of our guests on board. Lots of great martini drinks that are there available. Of course, your classic beverage package is included, there at the Martini Bar for anything up until $12. Above that, you pay the difference, or definitely recommend upgrade to the premium drinks package as well. Of course, you get higher brands of alcohol. However, you also get access to a lot more non-alcoholic drinks as well when you do upgrade to the premium, including those smoothies.
Which is the upgrade is like $100. So it's
It,
not,
it's not
yeah,
that much at all. It,
yeah,
it's it's just normally just a couple of dollars per person per day difference. Yeah.
yeah.
And then the Martini Bar, of course, in the evenings, typically right when the show finishes and you have the crowd, one half the ship is leaving the dining room to go to the theater, the other half is leaving the theater going back to the dining room. The Martini Bar, the staff they'll do the bar flare event, so they'll literally be standing up onto the bar there, doing the juggling, and then the martini fly pouring. Lots of fun, lots of energy that is there. Now, the other lounge you'll see there on the right side, this is the Rendezvous Lounge. So this is on deck number four, in between the grand foyer and the dining room area. So this is a great location if you're wanting to catch that cocktail on your way to dining, or if you wanted to experience, a little bit of light music, pre-dinner, ambiance. Rendezvous is a perfect lounge for that. During the day, they will also use this area for activities that the entertainment staff is doing as well. So quite a few lounges all around her. Now, speaking of food, glorious food. So here on the Celebrity Infinity, of course, we have the beautiful Tuscan Grill Steakhouse. That is a specialty restaurant that does have a covered charge, has incredible steak options, and of course, wonderful Italian-inspired dishes as well. If you're a fan of filet mignon, the lasagna. Oh my goodness, I love that lasagna. It's really, really good. Wonderful selections. There's pizza that's freshly baked as well. You pick whatever you want on there. Wonderful sides, appetizers. I was actually at Tuscan Grill on a different ship a couple of weeks ago. And I'm literally amazed at how many options there are. And of course, you can order multiple appetizers, multiple soups and salads and whatnot on there. I always order multiple desserts because I want to try everything. So yeah, so that is the Tuscan Grill, the Italian steakhouse. Another specialty restaurant we have is Sushi on Five, pictured there on the top right. This is going to be more of your Asian sushi inspired type of menus if you like those types of places. For Sushi on Five, it is going to be a la carte pricing, so whatever you order, that's all you pay for. Now, another specialty restaurant that we have that's not pictured here is Le Petit Chef. Le Petit Chef, it's an animated dining experience. Your tablecloth, your plates, everything is completely white. And they actually have 3D animations projected onto your table. And it's a cartoon where the chef, in a very fun and unique way, creates each course of the meal. So there'll be a 2 or 3 minute animated thing on your table of, say, the first course. Then everybody will then bring the real food. Everybody eats. Then the next course, the animation, the little animated chef makes say the soup, and then everybody receives the soup. Then he makes the entree. Then everybody serves the entree and whatnot. So it's a really, really unique experience for all ages there at Le Petit Chef. And then for the main dining room, so I did take a snapshot there of the full picture of the dining room so you can see how large and expansive the area is. And the view. Look at those gorgeous panoramic windows along the very back of the dining room there. So while you're wherever you're sitting, you'll still have beautiful, gorgeous views of the ocean there. Now, other food areas that we have, of course, is the Ocean View Cafe up on deck number 10. Breakfast, lunch, dinner available all throughout the day, including late night pizza. And then over by the poolside, I mentioned there's the poolside grill with hamburgers, hot dogs. There is turkey burgers and veggie burgers as well, and all of that is complimentary. Okay. Um, all right. In the spa, so if you do want to take some time and pamper yourself and give yourself a little bit of extra love there, especially on those sea days, the spa is available. There's a salon. The fitness center is open. And if you happen to be booked in an Aqua Class stateroom, you'll have access into the Persian Garden there, which has like a heated tile lounge bench area. There's a steam room and then a sauna room as well to enjoy. And that's complimentary if you're in an Aqua Class room. Other venues there, of course, wonderful shops are available. The shops are along all deck number five in between the theater and the grand foyer area. Lots of high-end retail, jewelry, watches. Of course, there's the celebrity branded items, and of course, the liquor store for all the duty-free shopping for all of your liquor products as well. The iLounge is there if you're wanting to any Apple devices or whatnot. If you're needing help connecting your Wi-Fi, there's an iLounge team there available to help you connect your devices with the ship's Wi-Fi if you need it. Now, earlier, Ryan here also mentioned Cafe Al Baccio. So here within Cafe Al Baccio, wonderful complimentary snacks are available throughout the day. Little sandwiches, bites, desserts, cakes, cookies, all sorts of goodies are available, all complimentary. And then, of course, this is also where all the specialty coffees are that you can enjoy. And of course, all the specialty coffees are all included in your classic drinks package also. Now, we do have a couple venues that are exclusive to what we call the retreat. The retreat is that full suite, most elevated experience. You have a suite, your own restaurant, and your own lounge, and that's what you're looking at here. Your own restaurant, which is called Lemonade, pictured there on the right. And then you have your own lounge area, Michael's Club, which is on deck number 4, just outside the main theater there. So if you're booked in a suite, you will enjoy the retreat, plus your butler, plus premium drinks and premium Wi-Fi and a whole lot of other goodies to enjoy around the ship. So if you're looking for that most elevated experience, especially in Greece, definitely want to think about the retreat. Now, if you're not in the retreat, we do have the next category, which is Aqua Class. I made a mention of her earlier when it comes to the spa. You get your balcony plus your own dedicated restaurant called Blue. And this is a great look at the beautiful Blue restaurant. And with Aqua Class, you also get access to that Persian garden. All right, typing back into the staterooms there. So here's a look of the majority of the staterooms that are there on board Celebrity Infinity. Of course, gorgeous balconies that are there, and they're actually a little bit larger there on Millennium Series. King size beds, which can be split into two if you would like, and you'll have a wonderful 6 inches right in between you and your best friend there in your room. There's a couple power outlets, and of course, spacious bathroom there as well. So that is your veranda stateroom. So before I start jumping into the itinerary, I'll pause to see if there's any questions though about the ship itself.
One thing I just want to mention, I want to go back and just emphasize the fact that it is a smaller ship by comparison to what you see, especially like all the commercials and promotions that you see for most cruise lines. They're getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. This is not a brand new ship of celebrities, but it was Alex, I think you mentioned it was 2024 that it got redone. So it's
Yeah, her
like,
last dry dock, yes, was
yeah.
2024.
So
Yeah.
it's like, so it's got all the benefits of a small ship and it was just redone, you know? So it's oh, Tracy asked about the concierge and what comes with those.
Yeah, great question, Tracy. So with concierge class, you have the balcony, just like the picture that I showed you. But you also get on the first day of the cruise, the main dining room is where you can have lunch. So everybody else, they're going up to the buffet. But for you, concierge class, you can enjoy lunch there in the main dining room on that first day. There is also, of course, the team itself. So if you're wanting help with any reservations or whatnot, instead of going to guest relations, you can go to the concierge team that's available there on board. There's also little daily goodies that they send over to your room, like canapes. So sometimes it's like a little cheese plate, sometimes it's a sushi thing, sometimes it's shrimp, sometimes it's fruit, sometimes it's chocolate covered strawberries. It changes every single day, the little goodies that they get you. But then the other big benefit with concierge class is the room locations themselves. They're going to be more in the prime locations versus your standard verandas that are out there. Great question. Okay, all right. All
Let's
right,
let's do let's do Greece. That's why we're
let's
here. Yeah.
jump. Yes, all right. So let's
Yes.
jump into this beautiful itinerary. So this is in just a couple of months from now, really, July 18th. Celebrity Infinity is going
Oh,
to be
it's
doing,
27.
oh, my bad, my bad.
Yep.
July 27th, my bad. Okay. Okay. So July 27th, so we've got Athens, Hydra, Santorini, Rhodes, Ephesus, Mykonos in Athens. Is this the correct itinerary though from the
It
dates?
might not be the right order, but it's the right ports.
Oh, okay, good,
Yeah.
good. Apologies for that. Okay, all right. So Athens, of course, is going to be your embarkation port. When it comes to Athens, we do have what's called a city stay package. So if you're wanting to, get to Athens a couple of days prior, they do have limited availability of the city stay, and you can have 2 to 3 nights there in Athens, and we will then pick you up from the airport, take you to the hotel. We will then do a couple short excursions around Athens, plus you get plenty of on your own time as well. And then we'll take you from the hotel to the ship. So if that's something you're interested in, it's called the City Stay. And again, limited availability. But for that particular sailing, I'm not sure how much is left. But if that's something you're thinking about, definitely speak to Ryan soon on that. Otherwise, definitely fly in at least the day before so that you don't miss the ship. The ship will leave promptly at 5 o'clock. So definitely, do your online check-in, arrive with plenty of time there before the ship sets sail. Now, one of the unique things with Celebrity, if you've not sailed with us before, it is that your rooms are ready for you to go in as soon as we start boarding, which is normally around 10:30 or 11 or so. So you're able to come on board, go straight to your room, drop off your luggage and your carry-ons, put items in the safe if you like, then go and explore the ship while your stateroom attendant will still be doing some finishing touches within your room. So that just makes it a little bit more comfortable on that first day. Just being able to get to your room and drop off your items and then quickly go enjoy the ship. In Hydra, Hydra is a tendering port, and what a gorgeous, gorgeous island that she is. So if you're looking for a little bit more relaxation, no traffic and no crowds, Hydra definitely is going to be one of those ports for that. The reason for it, cars, scooters, and bicycles are actually prohibited on this island. So it's very unique. So you're definitely kind of like going way back into time with the with that.
You can
Um,
ride a horse though.
you can ride a horse if you would like. So all of the visitors they get around on foot, on a donkey, or also very popular, of course, are the water taxis. As you see, very much a picturesque town filled with the red tiled houses. There's flower gardens, narrow cobblestone roadways, lovely gift shops, restaurants, portside taverns, lots of great people watching. There's also a lot of great beaches here in Hydra. Some of them are close to town that you can take taxis or you can take water taxis over towards if you like. So beautiful, beautiful scenery there in Hydra. Now another port, Santorini. Santorini. This is pretty much what everybody pictures in their minds as soon as somebody says Greece. And of course, Ryan's backdrop is also of the island of Santorini. So beautiful cities that are along the tops of the cliffs that are there. This is a tendering port. So with that, make sure you always listen for the announcements when they're doing the tender tickets out to go ashore. Of course, if you're doing a shore excursion, you get priority tenders as well. There is the cable car that goes up to the top there, the city of Oya to enjoy. But I also want to call out in Santorini, brand new for Royal Caribbean Group is going to be the Royal Beach Club Santorini. So this is the first beach club that Royal Caribbean Group has created here in Europe. You may be familiar with Coco Cay. We just opened the Nassau Royal Beach Club at Paradise Island, but now in uh, very few weeks from now, we'll be opening up the Santorini Royal Beach Club, and so Royal Caribbean and Celebrity will have access to go into the beach club, and this acts just like a short excursion. So within there, you get complimentary transportation, you get incredible Mediterranean flavors within the restaurants that are there. All of that is included. Um, when it comes to the excursion itself, there's a morning option and there's an afternoon one. And then when you're not at the beach club, they're taking you touring all around the island as well. So you'll get a plenty of opportunities to explore the beautiful island of Santorini, and then also have plenty of time there at the Royal Beach Club as well. So again, the Royal Beach Club is available like a shore excursion, but there's multiple excursions all around to be able to enjoy.
And clothing mandatory.
Yes, please.
Like I said, there was some risque beaches. Clothing mandatory at the Royal Beach Club.
Yes. Uh, okay. All right. Now, when it comes to roads, so roads, this is a docked port, which is great. So you're not worrying about tendering. Rhodes is considered one of the friendliest cities, actually, out of all the Mediterranean. The cities there located on the northernmost point of the island. Rhodes is also the largest of the Dodecanese islands around the Greece archipelago. That's there. Plenty of beaches. There's wooded areas, ancient ruins. It's pretty much everything like beaches, ruins, cities, views all around is there in Rhodes to enjoy. If you like history, within Rhodes, you can actually step back into time when the Knights of Saint John of Jerusalem, he actually built a Christendom stronghold there in Rhodes, which is also nice there too. Then, of course, there is a few sea days. So, depending on the order of your itinerary there, then the sea days there, enjoy the ship, relax, and definitely take opportunities. That's when you can do your shopping on board because you can't do shopping when we're docked, of course. So, use the sea days to relax, enjoy the pool, and to do the shopping and the spa. Now, when it comes to Ephesus, you'll be docked over in the Kusadasi there in Turkey. So, fun facts for Ephesus, this was once the capital of the Roman province of Asia Minor. This coastal town is an archaeologist's dream. There's UNESCO World Heritage ruins all around Ephesus. Those excavations that's been going on there for like 150 years or so, and still only 20% of that city has actually been uncovered. There's temples, the great theaters, the Temple of Artemis, the Temple of Hadrian is there. So if you're really into like the ancient wonders of the world, definitely Ephesus is going to be one of those places to go and check out. And then Mykonos, on this particular one, it was the last day, but depending on your order, Mykonos, definitely known for these beautiful, like windmill type of structures that you see here. Whitewashed villages, blue and jade and green colors all around the city-state. It's really famous for its more sophisticated nightlife. So depending on the time that you're there, maybe you'll get a taste of that nightlife or not. But it's the most popular island in the Cyclades, definitely bustling with activity. Wonderful beaches as well to see there in Mykonos.
Yeah,
And then
it's our actually our first stop. So
that's good.
I'll kind of go through it real quick. It's Athens, Mykonos, Rhodes, Santorini, Ephesus, Death Hydra, and then back to Athens.
Okay, beautiful. Okay, love it. Good. All right. So then, of course, at the end, when you get back into Athens, definitely want to call out there are a few short excursions. So if you didn't get the opportunity to explore Athens before the cruise, definitely make sure you spend some time on when you get off the ship. We do have a couple short excursions that has tours around Athens. You can see the walking tour of Athens is one of the options. You have the Acropolis and then airport transfers as well. So they'll be able to see Athens and then get onto the airport. And of course, if you're wanting something fully customized, created for you, we do have private journeys that are available as well. And then Ryan can help get you in contact with the private journeys team to coordinate those as you like. Now, I would imagine everybody might need some air fare when they get over to Greece there. So I do want to call out that we do have the Flights by Celebrity program. So with that, lowest airfare guarantees protection. So if there's any flight delays, flight cancellations, or whatnot, if your flight is impacted, our Flights by Celebrity team, they will do the hard work and then get you booked on with any airline that we are partnered with, which is the majority of all the airlines out there. So that's really great, especially going that far from North America over to Europe. Definitely you want to have that protection that's on there. Pay later,
Yeah,
so you can actually
yeah,
secure today's rates for the flight, but then pay at final payment. You can also pick your seats, which is great. And of course, with the points within your loyalty within the airlines that you're already members of, you can still earn points with them, even if you book your flights with Celebrity as well. And Ryan, I think you were going to say something.
that's exactly what I was going to say is the pay later and the points thing.
Yeah,
Because
perfect.
most of the time when you are working with a cruise line or any travel company to book your flights, a lot of times you don't get that. So it was worth calling out here.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right. So the last little bit here is the offers that's going on currently as we speak here. So we just started the spring sale yesterday on April 7th. So within the spring sale, this is your opportunity for bonus savings on whatever you're booking. And this is another benefit with the travel agent. Travel agents like Ryan, they know our secret days to give you the most savings or onboard credit, depending on whichever one that you're interested in, whether savings or onboard credit. Ryan, he knows the secret days on how
Yeah.
to help you maximize all of that. And then on top of that, within that spring sale, so those savings, depending on the days there, it's up to 650 in savings or in 650 in onboard credit. And then on top of that, for y'all joining in on this webinar, I'm giving you an additional $100 onboard credit per stateroom as long as you book a veranda and higher. And veranda is just what we call our balcony. So balcony or higher, and 4 nights or longer. And of course, this sailing is 7 nights, so that qualifies. And it must be an ocean cruise and not one of our Galapagos or our river cruises either. So this offer is available, booking only with Ryan here till the end of the month.
And I
Okay,
should say based on the reading, it's not just this cruise, any celebrity cruise that meets these
correct.
criteria, right? Yeah.
Correct. Yes. Any celebrity cruise except what's mentioned there at the bottom, the transatlantics, transpacifics, repositions, Galapagos, and river. Those are not included, as well as the future cruise onboard credit offer. But everything else, yes, yes, yes. Okay. Tracy, I do see your question. Do you have to book the flights at the booking or can you add it after? You can add it after. However, it must be before final payment, though. Okay. So I know we're getting close to that final payment, I believe. Right. July, June. Yeah.
No, 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 we're
Yeah.
not because it's next year.
Oh, next year's. Oh, sorry. Okay. Next year's.
Yeah.
Next year's. Okay. Beautiful. So anytime, as long as it's before final payment date.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Speaking of pricing, all right, Ryan, let's hear it.
Yeah. So there's the dates, July 18th to the 25th, 2027. So the pricing on here is per person. So for concierge staterooms, it's 25.32 per person. For prime veranda, it's 21.52, and for ocean view, it's 14.07 per person. It includes the celebrity classic beverage package and the basic Wi-Fi. So the classic beverage it unlocks a lot of the beverage menus on board. And then if you get like a premium thing, you have to pay a little extra for it. And then the basic Wi-Fi is good for like light browsing and using the Celebrity app and things like that. And before we were talking about the upgrade, you can upgrade to the premium beverage and Wi-Fi combo, and that's the thing I was referring to. That's like $100 per person to do.
Hmm.
And so like that's the secret is when I get this onboard credit from Alex, that's what I use it on. I just boom, I upgrade my beverage and I don't even have to think about it. It unlocks the whole ship for you. Um, I do just want to mention because I I secured these, this is a 2027 sailing. I reserved these rooms a year ago, like as soon as it went on sale. And because of that, our pricing is, I don't know what you all think of this pricing, but I can tell you it's ridiculously low compared to what's going on right now. I went and looked earlier this afternoon, and On the concierge, that's $1,000 less than what they're selling it for now. On Veranda, it's $1,500 per person, less than what they're selling for right now. The same thing with the drinks and Wi-Fi. And the Ocean View is $1,200 per person less. Um, in fact, if you were to go buy an inside stateroom through the Celebrity website, it is actually more expensive than the concierge stateroom here because I could reserve this so long ago. So it's a really the pricing is really good is all I'm trying to say. And I hope I'm not coming off like real salesy with that, but like that's the reality. Like this is a good deal. So so I hope that you take advantage of it.
I love that. Love that, Ryan. Again, this benefit working with a travel agent instead of direct. Love it. Okay, so we'll open up for any other questions that may be on your minds. Feel free to unmute yourselves and ask, or if you rather type it in the chat box, that's perfectly fine too.
Well, if I were to just put some bullet points on the entire night while people are thinking about questions, they can type or they can come off mute and ask. Um, the Celebrity Infinity is a smaller ship. So it makes like getting around a whole lot easier. If you forgot something in your room, you're not sitting there thinking about how you got to go 25, 30 minutes back to your room. It's a smaller ship, so you have that benefit. Um, Most people really love having smaller ship experiences. So for this type of cruise in this size ship, it's incredible. The pricing is really good. It's going to a lot of the places that are on most people's Greece list. And you can do the mainland stuff with Athens and all these islands, and you don't have to be like packing up every day to do it because you're on a cruise with Celebrity. Um, there's a question if there are triple occupancy rooms, meaning three
Yes,
adults.
right.
Yeah, yeah, and there are, right, Alex? I I will tell you though, Robin and Aunt Anita,
Hmm.
that it would actually be better if you found a fourth person and got two rooms because of the price advantage we have on the double occupancy. It would actually save you money by doing it that way.
Okay.
And definitely more space.
Yeah,
I
that's
would
true.
definitely, if it's two adults and a child, you can kind of get away with that, but three adults wouldn't wouldn't really recommend that, especially the comfort impacts there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it is an option. On those older ships, there are some that have the triple and the quad occupancies. Not as many as they are like our newer ships. But Revenue would work with the Celebrity team to see if there is one available should they need.
Okay.
Um,
When would
when
you
would you
need
need
to
to?
pay in full? 90 days.
Yeah,
Prior
90
to
days
sailing
prior.
is final payment. But there's also an ability, and this is really, again, straight only available for travel agents. Um, Ryan, he has access into what's called FlexPay. So if you're wanting to set up multiple payments, you can. There's no interest. There's no loans or anything like that. It's a payment scheduler. So if you're wanting to break up that final payment into up to 10 different payments, you can definitely do that within Ryan. It's totally complimentary. And again, there's no charge, there's no loan, there's no interest, there's no nothing. It's just a payment scheduler.
Yeah.
So I do have a question. Um, on the concierge, if there's two people in the room, is the price still 25 for each one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the price, assuming there's two people in the room for all those categories. And if
And
it
Yeah.
was,
that's
Yeah. All
if it
the
was,
pricing is double occupancy pricing.
yeah, it would be different if there was one or three or four.
oh, okay.
I know there was a question about the single occupancy pricing. It's one of the single occupancy pricing. It's basically at whatever the current rate is. So I would
Mhm.
just have to run the number for you.
Yeah, and on some sailings they allow singles, sometimes they don't, and it really just depends on how the sailing is actually booking or whatnot. But that's something that Ryan and the celebrity team, they can look to see if they would approve a single or not on that
Yeah.
sailing. Yeah.
Okay. So
Like I said,
Ryan,
go ahead.
when will we have to have a deposit into you?
If you want to take advantage of the onboard credit offer with Alex, then this month is the answer.
Okay.
Uh,
And that's paid in full?
No, just the deposit's $250 a person. Yep. Now, I should say, like, the offer for the onboard credit will expire at the end of the month,
Right.
but not that doesn't mean that all the rooms disappear. So, like, there's still going to be availability beyond that date. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm gonna bring up the Galapagos video in case people want to stick around and watch it. Obviously, people don't need to, but if you're curious about what it sounded like, then I'm gonna share it now as we go away. So let me see. Any other questions? None? Okay, well, thanks everybody for joining. I'm gonna play the video here. You can watch along if you want to see some cute animals and learn about the celebrity experience with the Galapagos. So let me just pull this back and hit play. Hopefully the sound works this time. Oh, hang on. And
A cruise on Celebrity Flora to the Galapagos Islands offers a unique blend of adventure and relaxation in one
you
of
get
the
some?
most biodiverse regions on the planet. Situated 600 miles off the coast of Ecuador, this volcanic archipelago is truly a world apart. On our award-winning Galapagos adventures, you'll relax in spacious accommodations, savor globally inspired cuisine made with locally sourced ingredients, and be treated to exquisite service, all while uncovering the rugged charms and wonders of these remote and ecologically diverse islands. The Galapagos Islands are a dramatic tableau of volcanic landscapes and pristine beaches set against the azure expanse of the Pacific Ocean. The island's scenery varies from stark volcanic formations and lush highlands to black lava flows and tranquil bays. Each island has its own distinct topography and vegetation, creating a varied and visually striking environment. This diversity of habitats, from arid zones to green highlands, supports a wide array of endemic species, making the Galapagos an exciting destination for nature enthusiasts. The Galapagos is renowned for its extraordinary wildlife, much of which is found nowhere else on Earth. Cruising through these islands, you can encounter iconic species like giant tortoises, blue-footed boobies, marine iguanas, and Galapagos penguins. The island's isolation has allowed for unique evolutionary developments, famously inspiring Charles Darwin's theory of natural selection. Marine life is equally spectacular, with opportunities to swim with sea lions, rays, dolphins, and a variety of tropical fish. Each cruise itinerary on Celebrity Flora includes twice-daily shore excursions that provide a deeper connection with the island's natural wonders. Activities are curated by our highly trained team of experts and led by onboard naturalists certified by Galapagos National Park, bringing visitors closer to nature than ever before. A cruise on Celebrity Flora to the Galapagos not only provides an elevated way to explore this remote destination, but also ensures a deeply enriching encounter with one of the world's most remarkable natural environments. Join us for a rare, life-changing experience today. To book your next getaway, visit celebritycruises.com, call us at 1-800-CELEBRITY, or talk to your travel advisor.
Yay, we got we got the sound. So
Yay. Perfect.
all right. Any last minute questions before we adjourn?
Nope. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody. We'll be posting this video later tonight. There'll be a follow-up email with links and things in it. So look for that.
All right. Thanks, Ryan. Thank you, everybody. Have a
Bye,
blessed
everybody.
day.
Bye.